Choosing a home security system today isn't just about slapping a camera on the wall anymore. You're deciding how much control you want, how involved you're willing to be with installation, and whether you want a system that records everything, or one that only wakes up when something actually happens. That's exactly where the eufy S4, Max and Botslab W510 come into the picture. Both promise sharp 4K footage, smart AI detection, and no monthly subscription fees. But they're built for very different types of users. One is a fully wired, always-on security powerhouse, while the other focuses on flexibility, simplicity, and a wire-free lifestyle. So in this comparison, we're breaking down what really separates these two systems, and more importantly, which one makes sense for your home. Let's start with the overall concept, because this already sets the tone for everything else. The eufy S4 Max is a PoE-based NVR security system. That means every camera is hardwired to a central NVR using Ethernet cables, which deliver both power and data. It's designed for people who want 24/7 surveillance, maximum reliability, and deep coverage across larger properties. The Botslab W510, on the other hand, is a wireless battery-powered system. The cameras connect to a home base over Wi-Fi, run on internal batteries with solar support, and are clearly aimed at users who want strong security without drilling, cabling, or complex installation. Installation alone can be a deal-breaker for many users. With the eufy S4 Max, you're committing to a wired setup. Running Ethernet cables through walls, ceilings, or outdoor conduits takes planning and, in some cases, professional help. The upside is that once it's installed, it's rock solid. There's no worrying about batteries, signal drops from Wi-Fi congestion, or missed events because a camera went to sleep. The Botslab W510 is almost the opposite experience. It's designed for quick DIY installation. You mount the cameras, connect the solar panels, pair them with the home base, and you're basically done. For renters, apartments, or anyone who doesn't want to permanently modify their home, that flexibility is a big win. Now let's talk about video quality, because both systems market themselves as premium options. The eufy S4 Max uses a dual lens design on each camera, combining a fixed 4K wide-angle lens with dual 2K PTZ cameras underneath. This setup allows it to monitor a wide area continuously while also zooming in and actively tracking movement. The image quality is extremely sharp, with plenty of detail even at a distance, and because it's wired, the bitrate stays consistently high. The Botslab W510 records in true 4K as well, using an 8-megapixel sensor, and during daylight hours the footage looks impressively crisp. Faces, clothing details, and even license plates at reasonable distances are clear. The main difference is consistency. Since the W510 is battery-powered, it prioritizes efficiency, which can mean shorter clips and slightly more compression compared to a wired NVR system. Tracking and coverage are where the eufy S4 Max really starts to separate itself. Thanks to its PTZ capability and local AI, the camera can automatically pan, tilt, and zoom to follow a person or vehicle across your property. Even more impressive is cross-camera tracking, where one camera hands off a moving subject to another, giving you a continuous trail of footage. This is the kind of feature you usually see in commercial-grade systems. The Botslab W510 also offers smart tracking, but it's more limited by design. It relies on motion-triggered events, and while it can intelligently identify people, vehicles, and animals, it doesn't offer the same level of continuous multi-camera tracking as the eufy system. AI detection is another area where both systems shine, but again, in different ways. The eufy S4 Max processes AI locally on the NVR. This means faster alerts, better privacy, and no reliance on cloud subscriptions for core features. It can distinguish between people, vehicles, and pets, dramatically reducing false alerts from shadows or passing insects. The Botslab W510 uses AI detection as well, identifying people, cars, and animals, and sending smart notifications to your phone. In everyday use, it's very effective for typical residential scenarios like driveways, front yards, and back gardens. The key difference is scale. The eufy system is built for large, multi-camera environments, while the Botslab system is optimized for targeted zones. Recording style is one of the most important differences between these two systems. The eufy S4 Max supports true 24/7 continuous recording. Every moment is captured, stored locally on the NVR, and searchable later. This is ideal if you want a complete timeline and don't want to rely solely on motion events. The Botslab W510 does not offer continuous recording, simply because it's battery-powered. It records when motion is detected, which is perfectly fine for many homeowners, but it does mean you could miss the few seconds before an event or any activity that doesn't trigger the sensors. Storage is another area where the eufy S4 Max feels more like a professional system. It comes with a built-in 2 terabytes of storage and supports massive expansion up to 16 terabytes, allowing weeks or even months of footage depending on your setup. Everything is stored locally, and advanced search features make it easier to find specific events. The Botslab W510 also focuses on 32 gigabytes of local storage through its home base, and while it also supports expansion to 16 terabytes, it's clearly designed around event-based clips rather than non-stop video. For users who want no subscription fees and basic storage control, it does the job well. Night vision and deterrence features are strong on both sides. The eufy S4 Max offers infrared night vision, spotlight-assisted color night vision, and even warning lights to deter intruders. Because of its higher power availability, the night footage remains bright and detailed. The Botslab W510 also delivers color night vision with the help of built-in spotlights. And for a wireless camera, the results are impressive. However, extended nighttime recording will naturally impact battery life, even with solar support. Speaking of power, this is where your lifestyle really matters. The eufy S4 Max never sleeps. It's always on, always recording, and never needs charging. The Botslab W510, despite its solar panels, still depends on 10,000 mAh battery management. In sunny conditions with moderate activity, it can run for long periods with minimal intervention, but in high traffic areas or low sun environments, you may still need to recharge occasionally. So, which one should you actually buy? If you own your home, want maximum security coverage, care about continuous recording, and don't mind a more complex installation, the eufy S4 Max is the more powerful and future-proof option. It's ideal for large homes, businesses, or anyone who treats security as a long-term investment. On the other hand, if you value flexibility, easy installation, and a clean, wire-free setup with excellent 4K quality and smart alerts, the Botslab W510 makes a lot of sense. It's especially appealing for renters, smaller homes, or users who want strong security without turning their house into a construction project.